Forrest, don't you know that when you report to your new duty station, you go to your commanding officer with a copy of your orders?
In 1968, renowned surgeon Richard Hornberger, under the pseudonym Richard Hooker, teamed up with sports journalist W.C. Hines to publish MASH, a novel drawing from Hornberger's own wartime experiences as part of the 8055th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. During the Korean War, 2 years later, director Robert Altman adapted the book into the groundbreaking film we know today. Shortly after, in 1973, MASH found new life in a popular 11th-season TV series, captivating audiences all over again. This classic has left a lasting impact on pop culture through its satirical take on warfare and memorable cast of characters. Delve deeper into the stories surrounding the MASH unit, whether you prefer the big screen adaptation or the small screen continuation. Let us explore how these storytellers transformed raw material drawn from real events into something both entertaining and thought-provoking. So, what secrets lie behind the scenes of MASH? Let's find out together.
Go red. Captain Waldowski, our dental officer. Captain Black.
In the casting process for MASH, two actors had roles that would ultimately define their careers. McLean Stevenson originally auditioned for the part of Hawkeye, but was eventually cast as Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake. On the other hand, Robert Klein declined the offer to play Trapper John, a character who shared many scenes with Hawkeye. Stevenson's path to Blake began when he met the creators of MASH, Gene Reynolds and Larry Gelbart, during a party. They were looking for someone to portray Hawkeye Pierce, the lead surgeon and main character. However, after further consideration, Stevenson felt that his comedic style might be better suited for another role, that of the bumbling commanding officer, Henry Blake. After discussing this with Reynolds and Gelbart, they agreed and offered him the part. Meanwhile, Robert Klein was approached by the producers to play Trapper John, but turned down the opportunity due to personal reasons. He has since maintained that he does not regret his decision, although some find it difficult to believe. Given the success of MASH and its lasting impact on popular culture, one could argue that turning down Trapper John may have been a missed opportunity. Nevertheless, both actors made decisions based on what they believed was best for them at the time, leading to memorable performances that left an indelible mark on audiences worldwide. In the original plans for the 1970 film MASH, Jamie Farr's role as Corporal Maxwell Q. Klinger was initially envisioned to appear in just a single episode. Moreover, the writers had intended for Klinger's character to identify as homosexual, quite a departure from what audiences would eventually come to know. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, or perhaps second thoughts, the creative team decided to pivot their approach to Farr's character. Instead of portraying a gay man, Klinger became a heterosexual soldier who resorted to cross-dressing as a desperate attempt to secure a ticket back home by being deemed unfit for duty in the Korean War theater. This change significantly impacted the development of Klinger's persona throughout the series, creating memorable moments and unique comedic relief for viewers. Despite these alterations, Farr still managed to infuse his own charm into the role, which likely contributed to its expansion beyond the initial scope of a mere cameo appearance.
There you are, sir. The officer's mess. Perhaps you would like to take a small rape bath.
The creators of MASH, a groundbreaking comedy series that debuted in 1970, found inspiration for the character of Corporal Klinger in the unlikeliest of places, controversial comedian Lenny Bruce. Bruce had famously declared himself homosexual in order to secure his release from military service in the Navy. This real-life event served as the basis for Klinger's repeated attempts to feign insanity to obtain a Section 8 discharge from the Army. Interestingly, the writers and executive producers of MASH initially resisted the use of canned laughter in their episodes. They believed that it would detract from the show's gritty, realistic portrayal of life in a mobile Army surgical hospital unit during the Korean War. However, network executives at CBS disagreed and insisted on including a laugh track. As a result, heated debates ensued between the two parties. Ultimately, a compromise was reached whereby the laugh track was eliminated entirely during operating room scenes and gradually reduced throughout other parts of the show as it progressed over time. This decision proved to be a wise one, allowing the humor in MASH to land more naturally while still providing moments of levity amidst its dark themes. By acknowledging the absurdities of war through satire and irony, the show struck a delicate balance that resonated deeply with audiences. Over time, the absence of intrusive laughter allowed viewers to become fully immersed in the lives of these complex characters and connect emotionally with them on a much deeper level. The death of Colonel Henry Blake in the movie MASH came as a shock to both the cast and the audience. This unexpected plot twist was kept under wraps until the very end, with only actor Alan Alda being informed beforehand. The rest of the cast learned of Blake's fate when they received the last page of the script during the final day of shooting. The surprise was so well kept that even the crew members who loaded the prop plane didn't know what was going to happen. Director Robert Altman decided to shoot the emotional farewell scene between Hawkeye and Trapper John just outside the airfield where the plane was waiting for Blake. When it came time to film Blake's departure, things moved quickly. According to Gary Berghoff, who played Radar O'Reilly, the director wanted to capture the raw emotion of the moment, so he told the camera operator to keep rolling while the actors boarded the plane. They did 2 takes, and the second one made it into the movie. News of Blake's demise spread fast among fans, resulting in an outpouring of grief and anger. Thousands of letters filled the studio mailroom, expressing disbelief and sadness over the loss of a beloved character. Viewers felt cheated by the sudden turn of events, having grown attached to the warm-hearted surgeon throughout the series. To some extent, their reaction mirrored that of the characters, demonstrating how effectively the show had created an emotional bond between its fictional universe and real people.
Yeah, I'm Duke Forrest, a new cutter. That's my driver over here.
Captain Hawkeye Pugh.
In the 6th season of this classic, MASH, the writers decided to have some fun by naming patients after members of the 1977 California Angels infield. This infusion of real-life sports personalities into the storyline added an extra layer of interest for viewers who followed baseball. A year later, in Season 7, they repeated this idea, but this time using the names of 1978 Los Angeles Dodgers players. The creators of MASH also had a knack for featuring up and coming talents who would go on to become household names in Hollywood. Among these guest stars were Ron Howard, known for his role as O.P. Taylor in The Andy Griffith Show, and Richie Cunningham in Happy Days. He played the part of Winchester's cousin, Stuart, in the episode titled, Hey Doc. Leslie Nielsen made an appearance too, gracing the set before he became famous for his comedic roles in films like Airplane and the Naked Gun series. Fans may recall him playing the role of a surgeon named Frank Burns' brother, Dave Burns, in an episode called Hot Lips and Empty Arms. Another notable actor who guested on MASH was Patrick Swayze, who gained fame through movies like Dirty Dancing and Ghost. Before all that, he starred as Private Gary Sturgis in 2 episodes, one being Blood Brothers. John Ritter, best remembered for his work in Three's Company, can be seen in MASH as Captain Don Webster in the episode titled Springtime. Viewers might also recognize Lawrence Fishburne, who featured as Corporal Dorsey in Death Takes a Holiday. Pat Morita, familiar to many as Mr. Miyagi from The Karate Kid, actually first rose to prominence thanks to his recurring character, South Korean officer Captain Sam Pak, on MASH. And let's not forget George Wendt, whose face would eventually become synonymous with Norm Peterson from Cheers. He showed up briefly during Season 11 as Father Mulcahy's nephew Louis. Lastly, even Shelley Long, celebrated for her portrayal of Diane Chambers in Cheers, left her mark on MASH way before then, appearing as Nurse Sally Kellerman in the pilot episode entitled Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. All these appearances contributed significantly to enhancing the overall appeal of this iconic TV show.
Okay, let's go, boy.
In 1983, the entertainment industry witnessed a remarkable event. The series finale of MASH became the most viewed sitcom conclusion in television history. An astounding 77% of television viewers tuned in, making it a cultural phenomenon. This record-breaking broadcast attracted significant attention, causing advertising rates to skyrocket. Initially, a 30-second commercial cost $30,000, but by the time of the finale, advertisers paid close to $500,000 for the same airtime. A true testament to its popularity, this classic show captured audiences like few others before or since, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate today. As viewership numbers demonstrate, the power of quality storytelling transcends generations, etching itself into our collective memory. To grasp the significance of this achievement fully, one must understand how rare it is for a program to maintain such widespread appeal over many years.
Come on. Oh, here. What's getting on there, man? Give me a clamp. Give me a clamp.
In the beloved comedy drama MASH, which follows the staff of a mobile army surgical hospital during the Korean War, one character stands out for his innocence and youthfulness: Corporal Walter Eugene Radar O'Reilly, the company clerk. Radar has a special companion by his side throughout the series, his teddy bear. This seemingly ordinary stuffed animal holds a fascinating story of its own. Radar's teddy bear had been missing for 3 decades until it miraculously reappeared at an auction in 2005. A bidding war ensued among devoted fans of the show, driving up the price tag to a staggering $11,500. But what made this toy so valuable? Its sentimental value was immeasurable to those familiar with the heartwarming bond between Radar and his cuddly friend. The lucky winner of the auction turned out to be a medical student with a deep appreciation for the cultural impact of MASH. However, he didn't intend to keep the treasure for himself. Instead, he sought to return it to its rightful owner, none other than Gary Berghoff, the talented actor behind Radar O'Reilly. Grateful for the generous gesture, Berghoff gladly welcomed back his old pal, now worth far more than its original cost. Today, the iconic teddy bear remains a cherished memento of Berghoff's time spent on set, serving as tangible proof of the enduring legacy of MASH.
Boys, I'm teaching him how to read. Oh, is that right? Reading the Bible, huh? Now that's nice.
In 1970, the movie MASH made its debut, bringing laughter and tears to audiences worldwide. This classic takes place during the Korean War, where a mobile army surgical hospital unit provides medical care to wounded soldiers. The show's humor blends with harsh realities, creating a unique experience for viewers. The story revolves around 2 surgeons, Hawkeye Pierce and Duke Forrest, who use their wit and sarcasm to cope with the stress of war. Supporting them are Trapper John McIntyre, Frank Burns, Hot Lips Houlihan, Radar O'Reilly, and many more unforgettable characters. Each character brings a distinct personality, enhancing the show's dynamics. Set against the backdrop of conflict, MASH explores themes like friendship, love, and survival amidst chaos. Its compelling narrative led to numerous accolades, including multiple Emmy Awards and a Golden Globe for Best Television Series, Comedy or Musical. Even today, it remains one of the most critically acclaimed shows in television history.
I'm sorry, Dago, but this man's still alive and that other man is dead, and that's it.
The creation of the 1970 film MASH involved a fascinating cast selection process. Robert Altman, the director, had specific ideas about the actors he wanted for the main roles. For the part of Hawkeye Pierce, Donald Sutherland was a clear choice due to his ability to balance humor and drama. At first, Sutherland declined the offer twice, but after meeting Altman, he agreed to take on the character. Captain Benjamin Franklin Hawkeye Pierce initially turned down the role twice before accepting it. Known for blending comedy and seriousness skillfully, the role of Captain John Francis Xavier Trapper, John McIntyre required an equally talented actor who could complement Sutherland's performance. Elliot Gould was selected because of his experience working on comedies like Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice. His improvisational skills impressed both Altman and the production team. Captain John Francis Xavier Trapper John McIntyre, chosen due to background in comedies, noted for strong improvisation abilities. Tom Skerritt initially read for Trapper John, but ultimately landed the part of Duke Forrest when Gould joined the cast. Skerritt brought intensity and depth to his portrayal of the strict, by-the-book surgeon. Duke Forrest, originally tried out for Trapper John, added intense energy to the role of Duke for the female lead, Margaret Houlihan. Sally Kellerman won the part through her captivating screen test alongside Sutherland. Her assertive yet vulnerable interpretation resonated with audiences and critics alike. Margaret Houlihan stood out during screen testing, displayed assertiveness along with vulnerability. These 4 primary actors formed the foundation of the memorable ensemble featured in MASH. Their unique talents combined under Altman's direction resulted in a groundbreaking war satire that still entertains viewers today. Robert Altman, the director of MASH, brought a unique vision to filmmaking. He aimed to create a realistic portrayal of the Korean War, drawing inspiration from his own experiences during World War II. Altman opted for a documentary-style approach, employing handheld cameras and natural lighting to capture the raw intensity of the setting. The casting process was unconventional, as Altman preferred actors who could bring their individuality to the roles. For instance, Donald Sutherland and Elliot Gould, known for their improvisational skills, were chosen to play Hawkeye and Trapper John. This decision allowed for a more spontaneous and authentic performance dynamic. Altman also focused on collaboration with his crew, fostering an atmosphere where everyone felt encouraged to contribute creatively. John Boorman, the cinematographer, played a significant role in shaping the visual language of MASH. Together, they crafted a distinctive look for the film through innovative camera techniques and framing choices. Moreover, Altman's background in theater influenced his direction significantly. He often used overlapping dialogue to convey the chaos and tension present in the Mobile Army Surgical Hospital environment. Additionally, he incorporated dark humor into scenes, reflecting the absurdities of war. Ultimately, Altman's directorial vision for MASH resulted in a groundbreaking film that resonates even today. Its exploration of humanity amidst conflict remains relevant and thought-provoking, demonstrating the power of cinema to both entertain and provoke discussion about critical issues.
I'd love a martini.
Oh, John, give the gentleman a martini. I think you will find these accommodating. They're quite dry.
The making of the 1970 movie MASH took place mainly on the Fox Studios lot in Los Angeles, with some exterior scenes shot in Ventura County, California. The set designers built a massive outdoor army camp, complete with tents, barracks, and helicopter landing pads, to recreate the Mobile Army Surgical Hospital unit of the Korean War era. The film's director, Robert Altman, chose these locations carefully to capture the rugged, isolated feel of a military base located near the front lines. To achieve authenticity, the crew even constructed a makeshift mess hall where they served real meals to the cast and crew. This approach helped create a more immersive environment for the actors, enhancing their performances. One notable challenge during production involved capturing the chaotic atmosphere of a busy Army field hospital. Altman decided to employ innovative sound recording techniques by using multiple microphones placed throughout the set. This allowed him to record overlapping dialogues and ambient noise simultaneously, which added to the sense of urgency and confusion inherent in the storyline. Additionally, Altman used handheld cameras extensively, enabling his cinematographers to move freely among the actors and capture intimate moments that might have been lost using traditional tripod-mounted equipment. This fluid camera work also contributed to the film's documentary-style realism, further distinguishing it from other war movies of the time. Despite these advances in technology and technique, producing MASH still presented numerous logistical challenges. For instance, coordinating large groups of extras, managing complex lighting arrangements, and ensuring continuity across multiple takes required meticulous planning and execution. However, through careful preparation, creative problem-solving, and effective collaboration, the cast and crew ultimately overcame these obstacles, resulting in a groundbreaking film that continues to resonate with audiences today.
I'm Hawkeye Pierce.
Yeah, see, that's all I can get out of him is...
The creation of the MASH film score and soundtrack was overseen by composer Johnny Mandel. Known for his work on films like The Americanization of Emily and I Want to Live, Mandel brought a jazzy touch to the MASH score. He incorporated big band sounds and swing rhythms to contrast with the dramatic tension in the storyline. Mandel worked closely with Robert Altman, the director, who wanted the music to reflect the duality of the MASH unit, both a place of war and a refuge for its staff. To achieve this balance, Mandel composed lighthearted tunes like Suicide is Painless, which became the theme song for the TV series adaptation. At the same time, somber pieces like Blue Star echoed the harsh realities faced by the characters. Interestingly, the iconic main title theme wasn't originally penned by Mandel, but by Mike Altman, the 14-year-old son of the director. Although initially skeptical about using a tune written by someone so young, Mandel eventually arranged it into the memorable piece heard throughout the film. Another significant musical contribution came from folk singer Johnny Wright, whose rendition of Hello Vietnam played during the opening credits. This upbeat country number set against images of soldiers shipping off to war provided an ironic backdrop to the story unfolding in MASH. Despite initial criticism from some veterans who felt the humor undermined the seriousness of their experiences, MASH has since been recognized as a powerful anti-war statement. Its eclectic mix of music, ranging from big band jazz to country folk, underscores the complex emotions experienced by those serving in wartime conditions.
I better know my name is Paul.
This is Captain Black.
My name is Paul.
Hawkeye Pierce.
I'm the dentist here.
Oh, I'm John Black. I'll be passing gas.
One of the most iconic scenes in MASH is the football game between the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital and the rival unit, the 325th IVAC. Directed by Robert Altman, this scene showcases his unique style of overlapping dialogue and naturalistic performances. The scene opens with the two teams preparing for the game amidst the chaotic backdrop of the military hospital. The camera work is handheld and intimate, creating a sense of urgency and tension. The sound design is also notable, with the noise of helicopters and medical equipment blending seamlessly with the ambient crowd sounds. Actors Elliot Gould and Donald Sutherland give energetic and physical performances during the game. Their camaraderie and competitiveness are palpable, making the scene both entertaining and emotionally engaging. According to Gould, it was like playing a game of football in a madhouse, but it worked perfectly for the tone of the movie. Sutherland adds, Altman's direction created a feeling of chaos, an energy that really captured the spirit of the story. This scene has had a lasting impact on audiences, highlighting the absurdity of war and the resilience of human connection. Its innovative filmmaking techniques and memorable performances continue to resonate today, inspiring future generations of filmmakers and viewers alike. Released in 1970, the comedy drama MASH offered a unique take on the Korean War, capturing audience attention and leaving a lasting impression on popular culture. Set in a mobile army surgical hospital, it followed a group of doctors trying to keep their sanity amidst the chaos of war. This film, directed by Robert Altman, struck a chord with viewers due to its irreverent humor, realistic portrayal of military life, and commentary on serious issues like war's absurdities and loss of human values. MASH arrived when Americans were growing weary of the ongoing Vietnam conflict. By focusing on the camaraderie between soldiers and highlighting the darker aspects of warfare, the movie served as both entertainment and catharsis. Its raw depiction of medical emergencies was groundbreaking and added depth to the storyline. Audiences appreciated these nuances, leading them to embrace the film wholeheartedly. The influence of MASH extended beyond cinema, inspiring a hit television series that continued exploring the complexities of wartime experiences, while maintaining the balance between laughter and tears. Characters like Hawkeye Pierce, Trapper John McIntyre, and Margaret Houlihan became household names, shaping perceptions about military personnel and medical professionals alike. Moreover, MASH sparked conversations around gender roles during wartime through strong female characters like Major Houlihan, who challenged traditional stereotypes prevalent in society then. Additionally, the film delved into anti-war sentiments, echoing widespread disillusionment regarding its involvement in foreign conflicts. In essence, MASH proved instrumental in reflecting contemporary societal concerns back to audiences, prompting reflection and dialogue.
Friends of yours, Rohart?
No, sir. First time I've ever seen them.
Well, maybe those are the replacements.
Upon its release in 1970, MASH garnered significant critical acclaim and positive audience reactions. Renowned film critic Roger Ebert awarded it 3 out of 4 stars, praising its satirical take on the Korean War. He commended the film's ability to balance humor and drama while maintaining a sharp anti-war sentiment. Pauline Kael of The New Yorker also lauded the picture, describing it as a wildly funny black comedy. Audiences connected with the film's unique blend of humor and pathos, making it a surprise hit at the box office. MASH was nominated for 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Film Editing, and Sound. While it didn't win in every category, its 2 victories spoke volumes about its success. Altman took home the Best Director Award, and Ring Lardner Jr. won Best Adapted Screenplay. These accolades highlighted the creative prowess behind the scenes, solidifying the reputations of both Altman and Lardner. For the cast, which included established actors like Donald Sutherland and Elliot Gould alongside up-and-coming talent, their work on MASH contributed significantly to their growing fame and credibility. The impact of MASH extended beyond the silver screen, when it inspired one of the most successful television series adaptations ever produced. Airing for 11 seasons between 1972 and 1983, the MASH TV show captured audiences worldwide, further propelling the original motion picture into the annals of Hollywood history. These achievements meant that everyone involved in the production could point to their involvement in MASH as a career milestone. To this day, the movie remains a testament to the power of biting satire combined with compelling human stories. leaving a lasting mark on cinema and pop culture alike.
Oh, just a little bit. Thank you.
During the filming of MASH in 1970, several memorable moments occurred off camera. For instance, Gary Berghoff, who played Radar O'Reilly, had difficulty performing his famous telephone routine due to a real-life fear of telephones. He eventually overcame it through sheer determination and acting prowess. Ellen Madison McRae, known later as Ellen Burstyn, was initially hesitant about her role as Major Margaret Houlihan because she found the character too uptight. However, after discussions with director Robert Altman, she agreed to take on the part, and even suggested some changes that contributed significantly to the development of her character. Donald Sutherland, who portrayed Hawkeye Pierce, often improvised lines, which added unscripted humor and authenticity to scenes. His impromptu delivery of the line "Kiss my ass," when asked if he wanted sugar in his coffee, became one of the most iconic moments in the film. The outdoor set located near Malibu Creek State Park occasionally attracted unwanted visitors, including hippies drawn by the anti-war sentiments expressed in the storyline. These individuals would sometimes wander onto the set during filming, much to the amusement and occasional annoyance of the cast and crew. Despite these light-hearted incidents, tensions did arise between actors and the production team. Sally Kellerman, who starred as Hot Lips Houlihan, reportedly clashed with both Altman and Sutherland over creative differences. Yet, despite these challenges, the finished product remains a testament to the resilience and talent of all involved.
There you are, sir. The officer's mess. Perhaps you would like to take a small...
MASH, the groundbreaking 1970 war comedy film directed by Robert Altman, has left an indelible mark on both cinema and television history. Set during the Korean War, the film's unique blend of dark humor, anti-war sentiment, and character-driven narrative was revolutionary for its time. The movie served as a stepping stone for Altman, propelling him into the limelight and solidifying his status as a visionary director. His innovative filmmaking techniques, such as overlapping dialogue and improvisational acting, broke away from traditional Hollywood storytelling norms, paving the way for a new era of American cinema. MASH resonated deeply with audiences, sparking conversations about the realities of war and its emotional toll. Its raw portrayal of military life struck a chord, leading to 5 Academy Award nominations and earning the top prize for Best Adapted Screenplay. Following the success of the film, CBS developed a highly successful TV series based on the same premise, which ran from 1972 to 1983, longer than the actual conflict itself. This small-screen adaptation further explored the lives of the lovably eccentric medical professionals, delving deeper into their personal relationships and tackling relevant social issues of the day. In turn, the MASH TV show also left a lasting impression, becoming one of the most beloved and enduring programs in television history. Its thoughtful examination of war and human nature continues to captivate viewers, even today. Thus, the legacy of MASH extends far beyond its initial release, inspiring generations of filmmakers and writers alike, and remaining a testament to the power of engaging storytelling and sharp satire.
Still go on.
It gets longer all the time. Now I have your soul to pray for.
Did you know that the groundbreaking 1970 movie MASH actually started out as a novel? Robert Altman's brilliant adaptation brought the raw realities of war into our living rooms, forever changing the way we view military comedies. This iconic film transported us right onto the front lines of the Korean War, immersing us in the lives of its unforgettable characters. Hawkeye, Trapper John, and Radar became household names, leaving a lasting impression on generations of viewers. MASH was much more than just entertainment. It sparked conversations about anti-war sentiments during a time when they were desperately needed. This powerful film pushed boundaries by combining both humor and tragedy so seamlessly. Now, dear viewers, we want to hear from you. What does MASH mean to you personally? How has it left its mark on your life or shaped your love for cinema? Share your stories and memories with us, connecting through this timeless classic. Let's start a conversation filled with laughter, tears, and appreciation for one of the greatest films ever made. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating journeys down memory lane. Together, let's celebrate the magic of movies and discover what makes MASH truly special. We can't wait to see the incredible discussions that unfold.
Get him out of the bag.
Yes, sir.